the locks, yeah, you can always have that written into the IEP to have a certain type of lock, even a key lock, if the child has struggles with recalling, the lock combination, and, extra set of clothes if they forget their clothes in their locker due to attentional deficits or what have you, or again, changing out, you can change out in the nurse's office, or you can arrive, like I said, have it maybe first period or last period to prevent the number of times having to change out. We talked about accommodations for having to leave class early if they're going to take more time to transport between classes. But again, keeping in mind they're going to miss that instruction, and 5 minutes can be a lot, especially if they're 50-minute periods, right? Or they may say, I saw someone mention this in the chat, something about lunchtime and what that looks like on middle school and high school campuses. That's a great question, and I definitely agree. Looking at that, oftentimes you'll see the SDC classes go to lunch early to minimize the overwhelm, right? Oh, there's too much going on, so we go through the line first. Well, okay, but then they're missing the whole social piece. So you have it written into your kids' IEP that they're being exposed to their gen ed peers during lunch and assemblies and whatnot, but realistically, they're not for the whole time because they're being let out 10 minutes early and they're sitting by themselves, and you know what I mean? So yes, what does that look like? Where does your class sit? Or do you allow your students and encourage your students to sit wherever they want, which is what should be happening? And if you don't want your child going 10 minutes early or 5 minutes early to avoid the chaos, then they shouldn't be doing that. They should be, you have those discussions. Like I said, it's an individualized plan. So you don't have to follow what every other kid in the class does just because that's been the norm for that class.